Okay, I understand that talking about Ripple and stablecoins in general will soon be old hat. I see what you mean, they're getting really bored. However, I think that a lot of people don't understand the big picture of what is happening with these stablecoins. There is starting to be a very big trade in business in general. It's becoming more and more common for finance in a lot of these areas and industries to move away from paper-based methods and toward everything being done online. A lot of those miles will be on the chain thanks to tokenization. And as we think about that, fiat currencies, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain are the ways that banking is going to change the most. Ripple and XRP are two of the main things that are making this happen, especially with this new stablecoin. But in this movie, I really want to talk about the new money system, including the ESDR, the SDR motion gold, CBDCs, and other things like that. Now that that's out of the way, sit back and relax. All of you are welcome to the group. My name is Nick. If you found the channel through this video, you have now become a member. And if you haven't already, join the loose Discord. There may be a link in the text below. Almost 10,000 people have signed up. Now that that's out of the way, feel free to talk about it. At this point, it's pretty much a done deal. I agree with that. We are going to say that this is true. That's all the Digital Pound Foundation had to say. Howdy sounds good at Brad Garlinghouse after you've made a claim for the RLUSD strong coin. I believe this pretty much proves it. Now, I did send in a submission about this. It turned into this one. For the most part, you guys already know about it because I talked about it in previous movies. But Smoke Dog did quote this, and he replied with something very interesting that made me think. He also said that a blockchain-based fully SDR would then watch and report it. And if we look at this, this is the main international tool of the IMF. In this way, an SDR works. It's kind of like the middle part of all currencies. It's the one that pretty much connects them. It is an important part of managing the world's money. And if we cross over here, we can see that there is XRP, and that used to be called export. There is no doubt that Bank XRP is right here. But if we turn around, this is where payments are made. At the very least, you have the idea that a blockchain-based settlement method could use a price based on some kind of electronic money, maybe an ESDR, since users already know how to use SDR, special drawing rights. The operators would have to get the chosen cash first, and then they might want to have bills added to the blockchain. In this case, managers might only need to trade from an E4X and might not need a bank for this last part. And there's no doubt that automatic settlement that really needs permission at some key steps should make it happen. Now let's take a step back and think about what Ripple has been aiming for all these years. Their main goal has been to get rid of middlemen, which in this case could be banks, and they have also been marketing XRP as a way to exchange between different currencies. This pretty much says the same thing about what Ripple has been trying to do with XRP. It is definitely weird to look into these things. After that, we talk about Ripple and XRP and how much attention ICO has gotten over the past, almost 10 years. Adding to that, though, we have a movie from Mr. Man XRP that is really very exciting. This is stable money at DeFi enablers, and DeFi can't work with just one steady coin. The setup is done. Ripple will hold a number of steady coins that can be traded with the exchange rate from the USD, Euro, Chinese Yuan, and Japanese Yen, the following GBP, and then check this out. I think that people's ideas about it have changed a little over the years, but it's still important for on and off ramps. Still, it's important to have something other than virtual goods, which can be unstable. However, one point of view right now might be that if DeFi goes live, it can't be all digital goods or all one strong coin. We can't have property on these decentralized, permissionless public blockchains that is owned by third parties. That goes against the idea that they are permissionless. I think the idea now is that these are the main things that make DeFi possible. In the back of DeFi, I think there is a growth accelerator. I think that almost everyone is working inside DeFi using DeFi standards. Along with the house, you are using a stable coin. Swapping, buying, and selling are all ways to make return. The main thing that drives things is stable coins. But we also have RL Euro or RL USD, RL GPY, RGPY, and RL GBP over here. But I'm still excited about RL Euro and RL CNY. Ripple will no longer hold the stable coins for the arena. Instead, only residents hold items. The Ripple is based on large amounts of money. The ESDR IMF currency can exist once those new Ripple safe coins are made. Each foreign currency has a certain amount of weight in the group of currencies. No, XRP isn't always an ESDR. Sometimes it's just the asset that lets that 4x transfer cost happen. In fact, this is something that has been brought up about the distance for a while now. What do I know? A lot of people have called it Lupia manipulation or this, that, or something else. But if we want to think about this rationally, we should remember that Ripple has a lot of ties to the IMF. It seems like they have been working with and talking with the IMF for years now. Without a doubt, Ripple is all about bulk cash. These people aren't here to shop. They don't care about shopping. They give in. At first, yes, they were talking about banking people who don't have bank accounts. You also know what it means to give banking advice and cash help to regular people. That has changed a lot over the years, though. I always say that Stellar is better for the peer-to-peer business. Ripple is better for banks, right? It seems like they want to become something like a bank since they are the ones who offer some of these services to the bulk market. But let's take a quick look at this and play it. This is very exciting, and I want to keep going with this. What is the time frame for a safe coin in Japan, if that's what you want? Well, I guess right now Ripple is mostly focused on letting the US dollar solid coin go live. However, I think some people will want to hold yen strong coins. In addition, I believe it is only a matter of time, and I think that regulators here in Japan have already been given some laws about that. Of course, some businesses are going through the licensing process right now to keep some of their business. So if you're at the top of this, we have ROD BP, which I just mentioned at the beginning. And what is the SDR? The SDR is used as a backup currency around the world. The SDR is not a forex, but its worth is determined by a group of 5 currencies: the US dollar, the euro, the Chinese renminbi, the Japanese yen, and the British pound sterling. If we think about this, it makes me feel like I'm going back in time. And pretty much question the whole thing that we were watching in real time, which I will do again in a second when I open a PDF file. Some people will ask, what about the bricks? So let's cross that off the list and look at them. What about the blocks? And once more, Mr. XRP did submit this again in March. It was a response to Smoke Canine because he was saying that if you get it, you could make cross-border payments over a network using an SDR, or even down here with the bricks and mortar price system based on a basket of currencies, and blockchain XRP would combine liquidity into one pool of basket of currencies. The SDR is fully backed by reserve currencies released by the personal quarter, and blockchain technology ties it all together. And yes, this is pretty much how we would explain what Ripple is trying to do and what they want to become in the long run. A lot of people say it's just a guess. It's not going to happen. This is not going to show up at all. But a lot of people also said they knew money would never cross virtual. A lot of people wonder what debit and credit cards will turn into. They said, oh, it doesn't matter, use of a debit card or credit card is what everyone will do. All of a sudden, almost everyone is using it. Right now, everything is changing. Some of the biggest changes we've ever seen are starting to happen. Along with that, our whole economic process is going virtual. And that means completely different answers. Finally, the answer is ESDR in this case. The most basic answer that is basically being given here. The bricks turn their focus into an E. It is being said that SDR is the best answer. Look at this. Shadow banks may not be able to keep track of the collateral they hold. With this answer, we will have an answer. And CVDC are the way to go right now because of the big area, which can let you build without any.